Have you ever pondered over the true difference between assets and liabilities? Could understanding these terms change your financial future? Let's start with a simple breakdown. An asset is something you own that has the potential to provide future economic benefits. It's like a little golden goose that lays golden eggs. Imagine you have a savings account, for instance. That's an asset. It's your money sitting there, potentially earning interest. Or maybe you've invested in stocks or bonds. Those are assets too. They can grow in value over time, giving you more golden eggs without you lifting a finger. Real estate? That's a big one. Properties, whether residential or commercial, can increase in value and provide a steady stream of income if rented out. On the flip side, we have liabilities. These are obligations or debts you owe to others. They're like little goblins that sneak into your pocket and take your hard-earned money. Suppose you have a car loan or a mortgage. These are liabilities. Every month you have to pay a certain amount of money towards these loans. And that money is gone, poof, never to be seen again. Even credit card debts and student loans fall under this category. But don't get me wrong, not all liabilities are bad. Sometimes taking on a debt could lead to acquiring an asset, like getting a mortgage to buy a house. But the key is to manage these liabilities wisely so they don't end up draining your pockets. So there you have it. A simple way to think about assets and liabilities. Assets are your golden geese, laying golden eggs, adding to your wealth. Liabilities, on the other hand, are the sneaky goblins, nibbling away at your fortune. So assets put money in your pocket, while liabilities take money out of it. But is it that simple? Let's delve deeper. Assets, they're the good guys in our financial journey. But what makes an asset truly an asset? Well, in the simplest terms, an asset is something you own that has value. It's like your very own financial superhero, always ready to swoop in and save the day by boosting your wealth. There are many types of assets, but for now, let's focus on two main categories: current assets and long-term assets. Current assets are like the quick change artists of the financial world. They're short-term assets, which means they can be converted into cash within 1 year. One common example of a current asset is stocks. Stocks represent ownership in a company and can be sold to generate cash pretty quickly. Other current assets might include cash itself, marketable securities, accounts receivable, and inventory. These assets are highly liquid and can be readily used to cover any immediate financial needs or opportunities. On the other side of the coin, we have long-term assets. These are the marathon runners, providing benefits for more than 1 year. Real estate is a perfect example of a long-term asset. It typically takes a significant amount of time for real estate to appreciate in value, but the potential returns can be worth the wait. Other long-term assets include equipment, machinery, patents, and trademarks. These assets aren't as liquid as current assets, but they can provide steady income over time or can be sold for a substantial amount when the time is right. In essence, assets are like the lifeblood of your financial health. Current assets can help you navigate through short-term financial needs, while long-term assets build and secure your wealth over the long haul. They are your financial superheroes, always working to increase your wealth. So remember, assets aren't just about having things. They're about having things that work for you, making your money work harder so you don't have to. Now let's turn our attention to liabilities. These are the financial villains, right? Or are they? Liabilities, in their simplest form, represent what you owe. Imagine them as financial obligations or debts that you're required to pay off. They can come in many forms, from credit card debt to mortgages, student loans, and bills. And just like assets, liabilities aren't all created equal. They're typically categorized into two main types: current liabilities and long-term liabilities. Let's start with current liabilities. These are debts or obligations that need to be settled within 1 year. So think about your monthly bills, such as electricity, internet, and your Netflix subscription, or perhaps your credit card bill that you've promised to pay off next month. All these are examples of current liabilities. They are short-term and immediate, requiring prompt attention and management. On the other hand, long-term liabilities are debts that are due in a year or more. This could be your mortgage, which you know you won't be able to pay off in just a year. It could also be your student loan that you're slowly chipping away at. These long-term liabilities usually involve larger amounts and are part of a more extended payment plan. Now you might be wondering, why would anyone willingly take on liabilities? Well, in many cases, liabilities like mortgages or loans can help you acquire assets, like a house or a college education, which can, in turn, increase your overall wealth. But, and this is a big but, liabilities become financial villains when they are not managed wisely. If you ignore your current liabilities, you might find yourself drowning in overdue bills and debt. If you take on too many long-term liabilities without a solid plan, you might end up paying more in interest than the actual value of what you've purchased. So, to wrap up, liabilities aren't necessarily the bad guys. They can actually be useful tools when used correctly. But remember, they do require careful management and planning. Liabilities, while necessary at times, should be managed wisely to avoid financial pitfalls. So, how do we balance the superheroes and villains in our financial story? Let's dive right into it. Consider assets and liabilities as the scales of your financial health. On one side, you have assets, the superheroes, that add weight to your financial strength. On the other, there are liabilities, the villains, that pull you down. The goal is to tip the scales more towards the superheroes, towards assets. When your assets outweigh your liabilities, you have a positive net worth. In simpler terms, you're in the green financially speaking. Now, there's no magic spell or secret formula to accomplish this. It's all about smart investing and strategic financial planning. Think of it as a game of chess. Your assets are your offensive pieces, pushing forward to increase your financial strength. Your liabilities are your defensive pieces, which need to be carefully managed and minimized to protect your financial health. Smart investing is crucial in building and growing your assets. It's not just about having money, it's about putting that money to work. This could be in the form of stocks, bonds, real estate, or even your own business. The key is to diversify your investments, spreading your money across different types of assets. This way, you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, and you're better protected against market fluctuations. Simultaneously, reducing liabilities is equally important. This could mean paying down debt, avoiding unnecessary expenses, or even something as simple as living within your means. Remember, every dollar you don't spend on liabilities is a dollar you can invest in assets. Striking a balance between assets and liabilities is a journey, not a destination. It requires continuous effort, regular evaluation, and sometimes a bit of trial and error. But the rewards are worth it. A strong positive net worth is a sign of financial stability and success. Remember, the key to financial success lies in the balance: more assets, fewer liabilities. And that's the secret to winning the financial game. Now that we understand assets and liabilities, how can we use this knowledge to build a strong financial future? Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to finance. Having a clear understanding of assets and liabilities can be the cornerstone of making informed financial decisions. It's like having a GPS for your financial journey, guiding you towards a more secure future. Let's start with assets. Remember, assets put money into your pocket. They're your financial allies, working around the clock to grow your wealth. This can be anything from owning a rental property, investing in stocks, or even creating a side business. The key is to consistently invest in assets. This doesn't mean you need to be a millionaire overnight. It's about making regular, consistent investments that over time will compound and flourish. Now, let's talk about liabilities. These are the financial obligations that take money out of your pocket. It's crucial to manage these effectively. This could mean paying off high-interest debts, avoiding unnecessary expenses, or even renegotiating terms on existing loans. By minimizing liabilities, you're giving your assets the room they need to grow. But it's not just about accumulating assets and reducing liabilities, it's about balance. Think of it as a financial seesaw. On one side you have your assets, and on the other, your liabilities. Your goal is to have your assets outweigh your liabilities, tipping the balance in your favor. This balance is what we call net worth, and it's a key indicator of financial health. Building a strong financial future doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of deliberate decisions and actions. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about understanding the difference between assets and liabilities and using this knowledge to your advantage. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful financial advice.